My name is Brooke, and I've been coming to Victory for about 2 years now. I was diagnosed in July of 2022, and it's called nasopharyngeal cancer. And so I had 2 different spots in the neck, a small one, and then up here as well. And I wasn't hearing well and got a test, went to the ENT, he said, you need a tube in your ear, did that. And then I had a follow-up appointment where there was the knot in my neck, a small one, but the CT scan led to the one that was here up in the cavity. Even though this was terrible news to hear, there was this peace, this calm, and it's not in your own strength. I was thinking about what was going on in my life before the diagnosis, and I went back in my journals and looked, and it was like I was doing a study on joy, how the joy of the Lord is our strength. It's not a feeling. It is a perspective. It's a fruit of the Spirit that we get when we know Him. And like, what do we do with it? Going to the chemo lab, I could sit there and moan and be full of pity, or I could take what the Lord has given me all these years and just decide I'm going to put it to practice. I'm going to let them know He is the answer no matter what we're going through. However it turns out, He's the answer. And so I had, in my big days, I would have like 7 bags of stuff, and I just told them, put it all on that rolling thing because I want to visit each patient there. And I just had a wonderful time. I got to pray with so many people. It was actually one of the most fruitful times in my life. Well, as soon as I had the diagnosis, just like with any trial in our lives, right, we need to be seeking God and say, God, I can't beat cancer, right? And along the journey, people say, Faye, you're so strong. You got this. I'm like, I don't got this, but God's got it. And no matter what way it turns out, He's got it. And I'm just going to trust in His plan. And so every night my husband would pray for me. I'd come to church, went to the prayer line, the prayer room. I had a meeting with that. And that was really interesting. When Brother Steve prayed for me, he said, okay, after he heard the whole story, he said, just receive. Don't pray anything. Just receive. And that was hard for me because I want to do something. I want to play my part in it. And that's our human nature. We think we have to do something. And it was like, no, God just wants to lavish it on you. And so I did. I just received. It was a few weeks later, after we had all the treatments, so I was only halfway through my journey, that the scans were taken, and I was able to see that everything was gone. And my doctors, who I prayed for by name, because they did not know the Lord, and I would say to them too, like, isn't it exciting for you that God uses you? And a little standoffish they were sometimes. But that God would I would always pray that God would use them, even unknowingly, to direct His plan. I have scans from when this happened. The original one is right here. And you can see there's the small one that I talked about near my neck. And then this large white mass right here is that larger tumor that was the size of the ping pong ball. And afterwards here you can see there is just nothing here at all. Nothing, completely gone. So what I had difficulty with was then they still wanted to do 33 radiation treatments. And I'm like, well, it's gone. God took it away. And so this was actually the biggest struggle that I had was, do I do it? Do I look at it as this is not faith and that I'm still going to get radiation and, not so sure about this miracle that it's going to stick? Or am I going to look at it, I'm going to be a good steward of my healing and prevent any further, because they say the cells will want to regroup again. That's natural in cancer treatment. And so that this would keep them from coming back again. And it was kind of a struggle with my faith. But I said, I'm going to be a good steward of of the miracle that God gave me. You might be in the middle of a trial right now. It could be financial, it could be physical, relational. Just know that God sees it all, and He wants His plan for your life more than anything. And if we just surrender when He's trying to do those little things in our life each day while we're cleaning house or changing diapers or working in a shop with heavy equipment. When he speaks those little things, they seem insignificant at the time, but they're building blocks. They're building blocks to build you up so that when the trials come, you have that assurance. You already have that peace and trust in him.